Somebody asked me if I was going to stream, and I don't think my little computer can handle it. I can barely get the software to run. For some reason, it's acting up on this computer. So here's where we're at. Here's the pool I was talking about last night, and if we got above here, right? I said if we get above here, the sellers come in, so cash out there, and then later on in the night, I bought more here as we came down. I buy. I buy. We get our first trend line. I'm long. I'm in. $700 of margin now as I cash out. Before Draghi's speech, we're riding up and away. I'm cashing out. Those are my targets. All laid in stone, and I'm running trailing limits coming in behind it. Okay, I'm running the scripts. Somebody asked me. I put a link to the last video. I was going to put a link to here. It's kind of, I guess I should put the link in there. $1,700,000, almost to 55.90. I want to get to 6,000. I said, hopefully before Draghi speaks. So that'll be from $2,000 to $6,000. 4 days of trading, all 1Ks. That's the answer to risk, is 1Ks for me. If you just trade 1Ks, how much damage can you possibly? It's more work, but I'm just double clicking. I'm not manually trading it in that sense. All double clicks. Really no precision to it. I do have the market orders. I did load up on the 15 here when we pulled back. Go to the 15-minute chart here. Okay, bought that pullback. Here's the double bottom. See the pivot here on the breakout point. Oh, support and resistance doesn't work. I'm sorry. I just see no nonsense. Just did another just completely ridiculous fake video about, he does the metals. It's so funny to hear this guy talk. Like, what the hell? He just doesn't know what he's talking about. And I could go flat right here. I could cash out of everything right here. Bank to 55.90. He's talking about the metals market. And he has this chalkboard again. And he turned down his shitty distorted intro music. I noticed he did that before in one of his things. He's like, see, I turned down my shitty distorted. It's distorted, dude. I don't care that it's, most people have bumpers. Music's too loud. They don't get it. I don't know what they're doing. And he said, well, there's no overbought and oversold in forex, And now he's saying, forget the baseline when you trade metals. I know it sounds weird, he says. And what else is going to be missing from that? How does this guy live his life? Let's see, it's raining today, so wear a raincoat. It's kind of drizzling. I don't know. What is the... And then he says, well, in metals, we're going to trade reversals, not double bottoms. we're going to trade reversals in metals. This guy's just full of shit. He's all over the fucking place. Dude, you either buy low or sell high, and that's just how it is. Can you find a way to buy low and sell high? Well, how low is low? Just pay attention to one instrument. This is the other thing is that he's off to the metals. He's going to be off to the next to be trading soybeans. I can't wait to see him trade eggs or live hogs. I can't wait to see the algo for live hogs. What a putz. 120,000 listeners though, which kind of shows you, right? The popular guy is full of shit. What a joke. Okay, but 5,600, I go flat. But I'm waiting for them to sweep up a little bit more. On the 15-minute chart here, it looks like just get the hell out. So I could go flat here. Draghi's coming out in 39 minutes. I'm running trailing buy limits behind this, kind of deep. You can kind of see them here. You can't see the arrows on the screen here because I'm launching everything on the tablet. It's just showing on the other computer. Yeah, that's it. We're waiting for the Draghi speech. And then 15 minutes after that, we're going to have Carney from the Bank of England. It's just all such a joke, man. It's all such a joke. Just look at the chart. Somebody asked me in the last video I did, I think about fundamentals. Let me see if I can find it here. Some guy says, oh shit. Naturally, I can't just go to it. Yeah, well, it's just, I got everything zoomed in. He says, do you look at the news when you talk, when you're talking trades? No. I know people go to Zero Hedge and they try to make heads or tails about what the big boys are going to do because, you know, they move the market. What do the big boys think about that report? Now, this is another fundamental view. And I think the fundamental view for the no-nonsense guy is that he thinks supply and demand exists in gold and silver and platinum and palladium because, you know, supply and demand, you know, the mines and stuff. You don't think there's supply and demand in forex? You don't think there's people willing to sell and buy? They're markets, dude. It doesn't matter. They're markets. I noticed I just raised the price of my ice cream I bought last night. Those fuckers. I don't know if it's Breyers or Walmart. I go down there, they raised the goddamn thing 5% or 10%. I raised 10% on my ice cream. So here's inflation. That's my gauge of inflation. They raise the price of oil. They raise the price of ice cream. How is Taco Bell going to survive? They're going to have to go past 99 cents on a taco, or they're going to have to start putting synthetic taco in the taco. What else I got? Some guy said, do you use the same double tap orders on the USD? Yeah, I got double tap on everything on the tablet. Only because I noticed that when I drag and drop, I usually, you know, once you kind of automate, see that's pulling back there, so we could have got up, but I'm just going to hold it. I'm not in as big as I was. I was at $1,100 in margin at the very bottom of this thing. That's how I got to 5,400. Anybody can do whatever they want, you know. Anybody can watch the no-nonsense guy. I'm just trying to save people a little bit of punishment, of psychological torture, of thinking that there's one way to trade. I did trade from the long side in every one of these trades, but I didn't do any stop entry. I did market orders and limit orders the whole time for the last, pretty much, except for the beginning there. I did bracket some of these hedge things. I'm not a big fan of that. That's why I never really did. Like it does seem awkward, but I think if you are going to see a sideways market on the 4-hour chart, it's completely viable to throw that in there. Also for money management purposes, to keep yourself out, to take yourself in and out. Or you just go flat. Like I could have gone flat there, so when we came up to this, and why would I go flat here on the 15? What is my indicator? I'm using the infamous deep triangle. So you see that rooftop there? Everything from here to that forward, that's all seller's window. And what is the most seller's window? So if you're going to hand place the orders, which I'm not because I'm just canvassing an area, right here. Anybody see this? This could be an IC2 order block. I'm not sure. Right there. That's what the banker's window is, see? And look at the, you want to see really where it really, you want to really trade heavy with hand-placed orders if you're going to do that? Even manually. There's no secret here. There's no secret in the market. Everybody's looking at the same data. That's the beauty. Look at that pullback. Look at that pullback. So I got limits, so I'm going to get picked up on some more tickets. Right here. See this slot? Anything above here. Wow. See, we could have cashed the whole thing out there. It would have taken a little time to unwind it. I'm ready to pull the trigger again here at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. Look at that pullback. Now, for the scalpers that sell, they could have sold that top. That's a high probability. Could be sellers up there. Here I would wait to 9 o'clock and maybe buy at the market. I'm only down $100, so I cashed out of most of this stuff. Like I'm from Canada, so I did get out of. I did get out of. I'm only in almost half the margin usage that I was before. So on the 1 hour chart, this just is. This doesn't look like very much. On the 15-minute chart, this time of day, yeah. Look at this triple wick here, this pounding down here. Could not find any more. It's almost like it's oversold. We couldn't find any more sellers here. Ran out of sellers. Look at all the wicks into there. Look at that. Hi, I'm VP. I'm the phoniest nonsense analyst out there. Look at this beautiful top. Look at this trend line break. Trend lines just don't work, man. The bankers can see them. Oh, they'll let you have it a few times. Breakout, pullback, find support. That's an odd pattern that keeps showing up. How does that work again? Screaming pullback here. Wow. Love it. Now I put these limits in. These are the limits I'm filling on right now. I see the margin usage just went up $5. Pullback, pullback, pullback. For this night, for I would buy some at the market here, but why would I do that when I'm going to buy low? I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna overload this account now that I've got it to 5,300. So we're down about 200 right now off of that top because I'm in so big. I'm in like 200K. So just gonna let go. It looks like standing still. Let me go to the 4-hour chart now. Nice thing about being in one currency pair, I can just rifle through the time frames. Everything stays the same. Supply and demand zones don't change. They're supply and demand, overbought, oversold, and forex. Sorry, no nonsense. So markets are all the same. Sorry, no nonsense. And they show some dumb shit sell off in silver. That's because the Trump said he was going to get a deal with China. Yeah, everybody's sitting there with their finger on the trigger waiting to see what Trump says about China because it's silver is coming out of China. China. This is just dumb shit. This is just stupid. And to present yourself as this expert because you work for a prop firm. And the people that praise this goober, just look at the comments. Oh man, since I found you, oh man, you just keep up the good work. It's wonderful. That's why they sell used cars. So that's why used cars sell. He's a used car salesman. This car here, you get in it, it's got a steering wheel, it's got an accelerator, it's got a brake. Oh really, man, this guy really knows his cars. Listen, honey, he really knows what he's talking about. He's the vice president of prop trading in the United States. I think he got it wrong when he said that 2012, it was actually July 4th, 2012, they outlawed gold, silver trading in the United States, and they claimed the government was to prop the dollar up, to support the dollar. I don't think it had anything to do with Frank Dodd. All that shit, if it was connected to it, the argument that why did they outlaw gold and silver trading on forex platforms? Not at brokers. Look at that pullback into my limits. Just picked up another $20 a margin. Waiting for Draghi. Half an hour. Stocks open. I'm going to put some more limits in. I don't know. That dumb shit just pisses me off. People just fake fucking... It's just so stupid. And he goes, I'm gonna show you. Did you see this metals video? Listen, I'm just gonna. The intro is fucking forever. I'll tell you, anybody don't understand what I'm saying, don't even fucking try to ask me a question. Go watch all my videos. Like, who's got that kind of time? I mean, what the fuck is this guy thinking? And I don't know. He's like, is he trying to? It seems to me like he's getting some kind of kickback, some kind of affiliate thing, bringing people into these brokers, some broker called Blueberry or so, I don't know. Uh, IG, I don't have the IG, Oh, click on the promotion link and why would you waste your time? If you know how to trade, why don't you just trade your own fucking money? Well, Okay, you're that guy. I got it. Some people don't want to trade this shit. I mean, you can trade and educate, but I don't know if I'm gonna. I mean, I just cannot imagine taking on the responsibility of having courses and mentorships and be like, okay, well, this guy here, okay, here's what you're gonna do, and then the guy's paying like, even if it's $20 a month. Oh, I got to worry about, okay, $20 here, $20 there. I got to keep track of this. Now I can't sit here and lay in bed and double click, because I got to worry about managing that. I'm going to pull that thing back into my limits. I'm streaming the double clicks that are just like an array. I'm not doing singles now. I put those singles in before. So, hey, listen, if people are backtesting instead of blowing up their life savings, I guess it's a good thing, right? It's like church. If you're going to go believe some fairy tale about Noah's Ark and it's going to keep you from murdering me, if you're my neighbor and you're a Bible thumper and you sit in your house and thump your Bible, God bless you. Just stay away from me. If it's keeping you from staying away from me. And then he said, every time he's in a video, he says dumb shit like, well, the dollar, I'm trading these metals against the dollar. You can trade against the euro, but, the dollar, it's kind of not cool because, like the dollar can mess up the charts when the news comes out. It can mess up your chart. Yeah, it kind of fucks up my indicators. Everything looks so perfect. I was about to pull the trigger, and then they spiked the ATR with that fucking tweet. I can't trade it now. Yeah, because you don't have a trade for a spike. That's the first thing I realized in forex. Look at these fucking spikes. How can I make money from them? How can I make money from a spike? And I thought, oh, I know. I'll just lay a whole bed of limits and see what happens. Sure enough, here, look at them pulling back into my orders here. I just picked up another 2K long. How come you're not selling? It's in a downtrend. Yeah, I guess I did sell. Where you see this whole thing cleared out there, these were all my targets. We just cleaned out about $300 of margin here, and I cleaned out about $200 here. We've taken $200 investment off the table. Okay, so we're down about $300 from that pullback. We added about $24 more of margin. Just a few K. I'm not going to get crazy. You also could have been a sniper that pulled the trigger at the end of 15. The end of oh god, what time frame am I at? I'm on the 5-minute chart. You could have pulled the trigger right there. Oh, that's the 15. So at 9 o'clock, we came crashing down at 9 o'clock. You could have pulled the trigger and bought at the market. See how that works? It's really not. People just put so much into this. Well, what do you think about what Draghi's going to say? I don't care. It doesn't matter what he says because there's so much pressure. This thing's so oversold. Or so supplied out or demanded out. There's no more demand. There's no more need to sell. So you would have pulled the trigger at the market. Maybe you did have limits in here. But if you're going to babysit the 15 and pull that trigger, boom. You got top, become a bottom. Draghi speaks in 25 minutes. Go to the half hour. Okay. Go to the 1 hour. Well, I don't know. I'm really not confident with your system. So like I said last night, this big sell-off here, I got to open up the navigator because I got to delete these objects. I don't have the hotkeys set up on this one. We go down and delete all objects. By the way, if you downloaded the scripts, this is what I posted in on the somebody asked a question in the last video. At the bottom here, the PSY stands for profit symbol. If I double click this, it'll just take off the winners on this one, and I keep it down here at the bottom so I don't actually click it. Then I put the, I got 2 delete objects here just as spacers for the going from a buy to a sell ticket. I kind of want to have a little space here, so if I was actually going to go back and forth, I don't want to get like on the wrong side of my plan. I just cashed out of something. Look at that. One of those dippity-doos had a tight exit because I just noticed you look at the dollar yen, it made a nice move. Now, you could have traded the dollar yen last night just the same. Okay, they're both going up. Well, they're not supposed to go up because, you know, the dollars are... Okay, that's another thing. Just don't even bother with that shit. Here, we come back to this top, become a bottom. I'm just trading the euro right now because I got into that giant sell-off. I really accumulated very heavily. And I can come back to the... If it gets boring on the euro, and it goes like, you know what, we've completed the cycle, we've come up, we've engulfed, it's dead, it's chopped, I come back into the yen. If I see the yen doing something extreme, I get in the yen. So what you could have done here on the yen is said, oh, I think I know what I'll do. I'm going to go and look at this top as support. Look, we come back to that. That's crazy. Why does this keep happening? And why don't I need a fucking indicator? Stop it, no nonsense. Stop being a dumb shit. Wake up. Well, I don't know about this structure shit. Okay, then if you're not, you should just run a trailing buy stop. Or put buy limits in here. Capture, trade something. And for God's sakes, fucking do a trade on your goddamn chart. You're so fucking busy. What does this putz fuck cannot put a fucking trade on live? What the fuck is wrong with this thing? This guy. He's like a thing. He's like this. And the people are just... Look at these fucking comments. You just got to read these comments, man. Here, let me go through this shit. It's just too fucking hilarious. VP, man, like, you're just amazing. He turned down his shitty bumper music finally. No nonsense. It's complete nonsense. It's like he's like a Democrat. I bet he is a fucking Democrat. 12 hours ago, 3,500 views. And don't think I'm jealous. I much prefer my stuff to be secret because if everybody does what I'm doing, the markets are going to stand still. Another harebrained bullshit comment. I'm looking for the one. Here's 84,000 views. Forex baseline. We go deep. Oh, so deep. It's the final piece of the algorithm, and there's a lot to it. But the payoff, when it's all said and done, I hear shit like that. What do you sound like my parents? When it's all said and done, it's not like I've got any issues myself, but I've worked them out through the market. When it's all said, do you see Tommy? My favorite one is if somebody asks you to jump off a bridge, if your friend's jumping off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge with them? Well, fuck yes, of course. Shut up. They're having fun. I'm not. Look at the comments. Baseline. Let me just read through you this stuff. I mean, this is just what absolutely triggers me. He's a professional. No, I forgot. He's a professional forex trader. Dude, anybody that's making money is a professional forex trader. He's a professional. 100. Let's say here's. Let's say 84,000 views. 358 comments. I've never seen a single episode of the Game of Thrones. I have never missed a single episode of VP's Game of Winning. Where's the winning? He doesn't even trade on this shit. I'm addicted to this channel, really. And then VP reads every comment, puts a heart, and he probably deleted mine. I have nothing good to say about this guy. I really do. I mean, I don't have anything good to say about this guy. At this point, VP saying, "Go get it, yeah, go get it." I like that. Yeah, go get it. Is that supposed to be like the Nike swoosh? Take a knee for VP. Just do it. Go get it. That was going to be Nike's, but VP told go get it. I think he's going to get some pussy when he talks like that. Go get some. He's just saying go get some. Here, reading this off my tablet here somewhere. Fucking boom! VP dropped another bomb. Man, are these real people? Or did he hire these people to say this shit? And like, what is this? I'm watching this on my break at work, sitting on a bench in the middle of 4 big towers at HSBC, Citibank, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank in Canary Wharf, London. I think, oh yes, baby, one day you'll see. Thanks, VP. Oh God, these people, man, dude. You gotta get a hobby. Try get some ice cream that's overpriced. Personal opinion /tip. Don't enter trades anymore when the price is already diverged by a large margin. How much exactly is left for yourself to find out? From the baseline, once the confirmation indicator confirms the risk-reward ratio is likely stacked against you at that point. You are correct, sir. Finally, somebody, and look at no hearts from VP. Aw, somebody that's speaking truth. I speak truth to, what is it? Facts. As Biden would say, there's facts and then there's the truth. Also, the baseline exit signal will come late in this case, since the price has to move a lot in the wrong direction to cross it. I'm gonna give this guy a bingo comment. Bingo. And I'm gonna give him a like. This is Andres Kleber. You are correct, sir. Suddenly, Thursday came way a lot better. People just love this guy. This is a great presentation. Very intelligent. Really? What is your IQ? 3? Thought-inspiring content. I just want to find as many of these to combine together as I can. What a greedy guy. Much appreciated. Thank you. Oh, that's like a double thank you. When you say much appreciated, April is a tough month. This probably would have helped reduce losses. Good video, VP. It's a tough month. You need to get your algorithm done, didn't you? Let's see here. We picked up a few more K. It's pulling back. Always anticipating Mondays and Thursdays. Give me hope for a brighter future. Okay. VP loves these people. Oh, here's one for me. By the way, haters, where are you at? Come forward. It's okay. I absolutely love it. Great humor and great content. Right here. I'm going to write right here. I'm here. I'm here. The best forex YouTube channel. Thanks, VP, for holding my hand and teaching me how to trade forex without guessing or feelings like I used to. Okay, nice helping this guy, see? Because he's got feelings. Whoa, feelings. Okay, we're bouncing. We're trying to stop Hunt to my limits here. You got 14 minutes to Draghi. It's Thursday here in Australia, and I'm waiting for the new video to come out today. Usually, in the afternoon here, people just love the video. Great video again. Very genuine. I only wished it came across this material earlier. Okay, well, call me in a year. Let me see how you're doing. Well, I'm not losing any money. I haven't had a trade show up yet. I love watching this at 1.5 speed. Still good voice. Yeah, no, I like watching it 2x myself. The best thing about YouTube is we get VP videos. Oh, God, really? What about the amazing other videos on YouTube? I want to share. I have been struggling with insomnia for 6 months already. No job, nothing exciting going on, no nothing. My brain hated that. But when I decided to study forex again, I regained the ability to fall asleep normally because I have something to look forward to I really want. See? That's the only reason I'm alive is because the market's still moving. We're pulling back and getting more fills here. So we're down $500 off that top when I said we should probably get out. Only because if you were just to get out on that 15, you could see your exit. Boom, you got to get out. You're totally in the seller's window, but I'm just going to ride this out through the Draghi news. I think I'm able to use my algorithm with the absolute strength indicator. You know, RSI just wasn't good enough. Absolute strength. Absolute strength. I've got some people doing construction here. It's just mind-boggling. It sounds like they're dragging concrete through my street. Please hold. Good Lord, man. There's no app for what they're doing. That's really hardware. That's real hardware. Okay, they just stop hunting the that 1 hour bot. They keep probing it, pulling it back. Okay, so they better stop me out of something here because I did have some very shallow trailers, but I keep picking up our margin here just before Draghi's going to speak. Let's hope this is pulling back and going to rally. 358 comments. You get a real picture why he has such a giant audience. Give me a minute. I'll just get some popcorn. Yeah, people like to get some popcorn and it's like a show. Although he doesn't ever trade on the chart. He doesn't ever have a live chart open. Thanks, VP. Great video per usual. I've been using the HMAX, aka Hall Moving Average crossover. I've heard about this one too. This is all laggy shit, people. On TradingView in conjunction with the rest of my algorithm. Holy fuck. Can I see what that looks like, please? It's been very helpful to my trading thus far. What a grammarsmith. Thus far. But plenty of work left to be done. No shit. Go get it, he says. Big thumbs up there. VP loves it. This is like a recruit from recovering alcoholics that still don't even have a... They're just like, oh man, I just got out of prison and I've been a drinker and man, you really... VP saved my life. I got something to focus on. Mr. VP, I must thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the great work you are doing. God, VP just can't put enough hearts on. Thank you for all your knowledge. This is my second time watching. What knowledge? You get this shit off of Wikipedia, it's more accurate. This is my second time watching your videos, taking heavy notes and making sure I didn't miss a thing. Whew, heavy notes. He's got the blackboard. What do you need? Just take screenshots and print it out and put post-it notes on your mirror. Don't use a baseline in metals. Have a wonderful day. Really glad I just found your channel and this whole algorithm is out. Thank you, VP. I've learned so much here and my algorithm is done. Huh, somebody got it done. Finally. It's about time. Oh, the last stop hunt. We just picked up. I just got stopped out of something. Those fuckers. I just pulled it back deep there. Took me out of a 3K. What else we got? Waiting for Draghi. 9 minutes to Draghi. It should get crazy. It might even spike down. I'm going to put some more limits in. I'm going to trail the 30-minute limits. I'm going to go for the 10 pips steep 4 hours. I'm going to start putting the singles in now. 15 pips 8 hours all day, 20 pips steep. Just buy low. Yeah, I could go spiking down and up. That's all right. Yeah, thanks VP. So far up to here, I'm still good with my indie collections. Always collecting indicators. Dude, you need one. Here's the indicator you need. Just look at the price. Put a 1 period moving average on. That is your trend. And then put a bar chart underneath the 1 period moving average, and that is your range. That's your ATR. That's all you need. You don't need volume. You don't need Bollinger Bands. That's the problem. You see, when you say, well, the indies, they're just like, I can't find a good indie. Why are you using indicators? I feel like buying back right here. I'm going to buy back here where they stop me out. Those fuckers. I'm going to put a wide stop. I'm going to use a 50 pip stop and a 30 pip stop and buy some at the market here. How dare they stop me out? Those fucking bastards. Okay, let me get back to 640 margin. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take any more. I'm buying that stop hunt. Also, the 15-minute. So the thing is, that 15-minute chart, when I bought at the market, it's still a good price. And it's up. See how it's up? It's up from the last 15. It's up from the very last 15 minutes. I buy those two 15-minute downs. I've got my limits where the stops are being hunted. If you can't see where the stops are being hunted, just ask yourself, for the PP people that have been stop hunted, how about you buy there where you get stop hunted? That's the trick. See, you're running too tight a stop. How about running a tight limit? Just get in there. When is this going to dawn on people? How long do you have to get your ass kicked in these markets to figure out that you got to trade more than one ticket? You got to trade very small. That's how I figured it out. I thought, you know what? Let us trade one case. Fuck them. I'm going to put 3K in to buy that area. And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. I never feel like I'm oversizing. And I'm not picking one price. I've solved the Holy Grail is hard work. Huge thank you. Your videos are already improving my trading. I bet they are, these people that I don't even know what they're doing. My trading, and going back and looking at my previous trades, I can see where I went wrong. Being patient and continuously improving. Thank you again. Thanks again, VP. So far, I'm still good with my indies. I didn't finish that off. Eureka, until I see the next two videos on the baseline. All your base belong to us. There's only one critic in this whole thing. This channel completely changed my way of trading. I've been profiting like every trade. What the fuck? Wow. That's amazing. I'd like to see these people's charts. There was a guy that made a comment, and he said, come and look at my thing, and I did, but he didn't do any trades. He was just doing analysis with his stupid indicators. He kept saying, well, look at this, look at that. I go, dude, are you putting a trade on or what? Thank you so much for this valuable info. It's just so valuable. I've been trading for the last 2 years with no profit. We've all done that. I've been dating for 10 years without a wife. I now, he says I know, but I'm going to fix it for him. I now feel so good with this channel. I know I'm about to milk the market. He's causing a lot of inspiration for people. 4 minutes to Draghi, I think. And 4 minutes to the opening of the Dow Jones is another. I wonder if the impeachment's gonna like fall apart and the market will go up. Yeah. Guys are sitting there, the big boys got their finger on that, watching these dumb shit fucking hearings. It's embarrassing. These fucking people from overseas must watch and go, are these people kidding? Well, I'm doing a parody of what I want the report to say. I feel so lucky to have joined this and stuck with it. Thank you, VP. Boom, love it. I've not watched this video yet. When I comment this video, I think this part of the algo is the most important because this is the final boss in this algo. Whatever. Feel the bass. It's all about the baseline, people. Thanks, VP, for your game-changing tactics. All your videos help me improve my chart readings. Making any money? I've created a system with Renko, a 2-period smooth moving average. 2-period simple moving average. Oh no, two. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to say that's great. Get to the 1 period, you'll be fucking gold. But he has 2 simple moving average MACD. Not your favorite, but it works like a charm with Renko. Keep up the good work. These people are all trading one position, I can tell you. They're looking for the Holy Grail entry. Oh, look at this setup. They back tested it. Look, it's so good. Oh, can't trade during the news. Oh, can't trade during that. Oh, 3 minutes to Draghi. We're still pulling back. I've got plenty of size in here. I'm not going to touch any more trades. Wait for Draghi. 2 minutes, Draghi. Okay, thanks, VP. Can I say for today my algo makes much more sense? Thanks again. Slapping the baseline. Hey, VP. I don't like to brag using your method. I beat out of my friend's trades. He hits the stop loss and made profit. That feeling when you can't figure out why your signals are trash. What are you using signals for? You realize you altered error indicator. Been watching you for months and truly the best forex teacher. Thank you. I'm not. I can't claim that. I don't have a blackboard. Everybody's all giddy about Draghi. Does he really speak? We got 1 minute before the stocks open. I gotta get my clock going here. Okay. This is it, people. I just don't believe Draghi's gonna... The stock market opening is way more important than this Draghi. How long has this Draghi guy been in there? I guess he's the Alan Greenspan of Europe, I think. That's how up I am on this fundamentals. Okay, we got 25 seconds. The spread's probably getting a little wide here just before the... and then we got the British pound is kind of recovering from the bottoms too. All right, here we are. We got $659 of margin. I bought some at the market. I bought more pullback. I'm still in it to win it, and I was at 600. I'm down 300 now into the Draghi news coming out. Boom, there it's out. We got a small 15-minute bar. We're trapped under the floor on the, this is where the stop hunt kind of stopped here. We're on the 30-minute chart. On there, I'm watching the 15, but on the 30-minute chart. So on the 30-minute chart, you would have bought at the market at 9:30 because it pulled back. But on the 15, you would have bought this and that one, and this is about to break out. I'm just going to sit there in it. I'm just not going to touch it now. I got plenty of exposure if we plunge down to pick up buy limits. And it could tank here. I don't know what Draghi's saying. I doubt he's talking right now. I didn't pay for the $300 a month writer's feed, so I don't really care. Anyways, thanks, VP, for changing my life. Wow, what a savior. Thanks, VP. What is next? What is the next video called? Oh, by the way, at first I thought you were a straight up asshole. Me too, and I still think it. For not showing or telling us right away the good stuff. Oh my God. Thanks for dragging it out, VP. You're such a tease. Wow. We still, We would have broke up a long time ago had you banged me on the first date. But now I understand you are teaching us step by step, dude. Dude, man. I just made $350 just with this one video. Thank you so much. I would like to know how you did that. Man, if you could just show us that trade. I don't know, maybe it is helping people. I don't know. Where is the people? Do you remember that feeling when you first learned how to ride a bike? Yeah, I do. I skinned my knees. The moment you change to being in control of that bike rather than the bike and gravity being in control, yep, you still fall off and take some bends in a bit faster than you should as you continue to learn. I think bends, must be from overseas. We call those turns for the United States, or curves. Bends. And he said, thanks for taking the stabilizers off. We call those training wheels. These guys I can just tell by he has no tan. This guy, he's been in a very cloudy, he's from Britain, you can tell. No sun, just drizzle. There's no tan. It's got a lot of white privilege, let's just say. Let's put it out there. Wow, that was quite the reaction to Draghi speaking. Apparently he hasn't said anything yet. First to comment. I like these people that they're first to comment. Look at me, I'm first. Are you the same asshole that's tailgating me and that cuts in front of me just before you have to take the exit? You're in my way. Oh, thanks, VP. It's just all thanks. The daily chart truly is key. The 4-hour chart really is quite the gold mine. Okay, we're just dead in the water here. Anyways, what else? Let's take a look around. I don't know. I just get so irritated with that. I think it's so silly. I just think it's silly. Alright, so we're just sitting here treading water. The bears are up about 20 pips off that tippy top here. Let's go to the other time frames. The 4-hour, I don't see a sell, but see on the 1 hour, I think ICT would understand this. Here's the ICT block. I think. I know that sell window above that wick. There's a sell window here too, and you're up on that trade. If you sold this, you're up on this trade. See how that works? But then, of course, the market gets quiet here, and it goes into this structure issues. Which is those roof tops there, those wick tops there on the 1 hour. The 1 hour chart is just so simple and clean. Like here was the trap, or here was the seller's window, and then once again, we've got a triple bottom head and shoulders on the line chart. We're pulling back. I'm buying here. I'm going to let it ride. I got limits pending here for like the next 4 hours, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. Buy. I don't care what Draghi says. Then every hour it's down, I buy. So I'm waiting for 10 o'clock, and I will buy again. What else we got? Oh, I'm sorry. We got 10 minutes till Carney. Let's go take a look at the pound. Now, I'm not going to put any pound limits in because I just can't focus on more than one thing at a time. I just don't have it. And I don't want to see my equity be affected by that. Here's the British pound as it sits waiting for drama from Carney. Here's the 1 hour pound. The same trade last night. You could have done the same trade in the pound. It would have made more. It would have made 50 pips for you. You could have done it. It's doable. You put buy limits. I say this all the time. Of course, people overload it and they're like, I just can't believe I just lost all that money. Well, if you were to do the strategy that I'm talking about, is buy low, sell high, or the market maker, supposedly, that's what it's called, you're going to buy everything below this wick. This is the 1 hour chart. There's a 25 pip window here of buying. You're up on every ticket right now. It's just simple. You're up on every ticket, and you're probably cashed out into this floor that we took out. You also could have put a hedge on here. It costs a little bit more because the spreads are wider if you did a bracketed hedge here. Here, I gotta use my use that. Okay, what I'm saying is this floor here at the 25-yard line was everybody cashes out, right? That's a completely, if you scaled in here and you did a hard dump into that, or you got in before that. And there's so many trades in here. It's going sideways in Asia. You put on a hedge. And every hour that goes by, you put on a hedge and whoosh. Non-directional trading. No fills. There's one fill here, a trap long. There's a fill here, trap long. This is kind of choppy. But when London opens, or Europe opens, look at this thing falls out of bed. I don't think, and this is the 1 hour chart. I know that the daily no-nonsense guys aren't going to do that trade, even though it's amazing. Well, they don't have the trade plans. They don't have the scripts. They don't have what they need to do it. So you can't blame them there. And if I was going to buy the pound right now, Carney's coming out, I'd have a buy limit here, and then I'd have a buy limit at the stop hunt. I have buy limits here in a pocket. The week's over. This is Friday. You only got like 11 hours of trading left. So I'm just looking for one last move. Yeah, Carney's going to say something. That could be it right there. That's fine. That could be it. The hedges, now on the 4 hour chart, if you went to the 4 hour British pound, there's really the only hedge is going to be here. See where it shows up? You're taking and compressing. See that little spinning top here? So the trade that you see on the 1 hour, so you have to keep deleting these objects. So let's just take a look at this situation structurally. Go from the 1 hour to the 4 hour. That's plenty of stuff to worry about. Look at this window here. You'll see this come up really cleanly on the 4 hour chart, right? Nice spinning top here. A little bit trapped there. Nice whoosh down. Then there's no trades for breakout traders. The only breakout trades that I see on here is you're looking for a 20 pip or less 4 hour bar. So you could have accumulated a huge hedge in here. This is about 18 hours or 20 hours of bullshit. Then boom. Then you put the hedge, this big up candle, you either sell at the market. This is just such a simple trading plan. It just goes past. I think it's too simple. It's up hard. You sell at the market. Then you put the hedges on in these dojis. Hedge, 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 hedge. And then when it goes down, you put on a hedge here. When to hedge? When you see a small 4 hour bar, put on a hedge or get the fuck out. The ride's over. You're cashing out into this void, and maybe you're buying this whole thing all the way down, and you're cashing out here, and then you put a hedge on when it goes sideways. Or you get stopped out. If you compress the chart, when it gets really choppy, there's no breakout trades. The breakout's kind of here. We'll stop hunt, big up sell. Here, small bar, hedge. Big bars, no hedge. Here's the other hedge. So it's really kind of you got to be a dynamic trader. This breakout run, sell limits above the high of the week. Capture this, comes back. Here's another hedge window coming into the beginning of the week. Down into this hole. Here's your classic auction. You come underneath this floor. You're trapped under the floor. You come up. The sellers come in at the round. Hedgers come in. Boom, you're down. I'm buying at the market on the euro right now. We're done going down, man. It's been, we got 5 minutes to Kearney. Let's go. We're on the British pound right now. Let's go down to the small time frame of 5 minutes. And let's check this out. Check it out. I'm looking for a rally here. I'm looking for the dollar to crash. I say crash. I'm just looking for it to go down. I like that dramatic crash. Boom. Okay, I'm buying at the market with wides. I'm looking to make 100 pips. Looking to make 10, 38, 60. I'm going to put the tight scalps in. 8 pip stop to make 33, 8 to make 55, 9 to make 22, 8 to make 14. I'm going to try to put this link to these scripts. I'm always writing new scripts, and I really do like the, it don't come up very often, but when the market goes sideways, you don't need an indicator to see a small bar, I hope. A small 4-hour bar. Put on a hedge at the market or on stops. Or even on limits, I guess. Shallow limits to just get picked up. The market's quiet. It's time to trade quiet. I'm running 5 pip stops to make 14 now. I'm back in $730 of margin. We've got 3 minutes before Carney speaks. The half-hour traders have a buy at 9:30 in the euro because it's down on the half hour. That's my strategy. See, it's down on the half hour. You buy here, and you have limits trailing down, and we actually came back and tagged this top finally. Your buy limits got filled here on structure. You bought at the market on the pullback. I'm assuming you're bullish and you think it's going up. You could be wrong, and you could always be wrong. If you sold this shelf here, you sold that hole, and how long are you going to ride that? You going to ride it to here and cash out? No, you got to take your 5, your 10, your 13 pips. You got to take it as it streams. I did it. I mean, I did this cash out, cash out, cash out. I could have held the whole thing and done a hard exit, but what if it doesn't make it here? What if it only makes it here? And that's exactly what happened. It only made it to here, and then went down, and then it made it there. So if I cash out, if I go flat on everything here, okay. But then do I buy this? And then you become like, wow, I'm getting whipsawed. Well, you really have to trade really even harder now. I mean, who doesn't want to put out a trade, walk away, and go, oh, man, my algo's so good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to manage this one position. I'm in 5 standard lots, and it's like, and you will make a lot of money on that one trade. But what about next week? What if no signals? What if no signals show up? And no girls show up, and how long are you gonna? Oh God, I'm just getting anxious, man. Are you gonna go drop down the 4-hour chart and go? You probably would. I mean, you're gonna go. Well, I mean, my algo works. Let's take it to the 4-hour chart. I'm sure people are doing it. They don't want to tell They don't want to tell no nonsense VP because he'll lose his approval. Yeah, I'm sure he's helping some people. According to the commentary in there, they can't be all fake comments. It's not spam. Half-hour chart's low frequency chart compared to the this is the 15. See, high frequency trading, 30-minute, a little lower. The 1 hour, if this closes down here, 1 minute to Kearney. If this closes down here, then okay, Kearney's supposed to be speaking. Let's go look at the pound. And Kearney slept in. I see nothing. Well, Europe's closing soon. I'm looking for a short squeeze in the euro. I'm looking for the euro to go up, or I wouldn't be hog long on it. Okay. So here we are on the 30-minute charts now. Less drama. There's the 30-minute. There's the pullback. I would have bought that pullback. I think we're going to reject this structure floor. The scalpers didn't do too good here. They made a little bit of money off of this top. See, this is critical. There's an order block there. I don't know. It's pretty funny. Like that order block talk there. What you see is here's an order block. You can't blame VP. You know, his early introduction to this stuff was talking to ICT. And ICT brainwashed him thinking that the banks are manipulating the markets and coming after the retail traders. Really? How about the guy that's he doesn't have a trade on? They're not coming after you. It's only when you decide to step into this market that all of a sudden this reminds me of the minimum wage morons. So we should have a minimum wage of $15 an hour. Yeah, everybody can participate. Look, not everybody's got a skill that can handle that's worth $15 an hour. The nice thing about these over-the-counter And don't forget, it's over the counter, people. That's the only difference between stocks and forex. This is unregulated over the counter. Maybe that's why VP thinks that it's well, penny stocks are over the counter too, but that's why VP thinks that it's just so manipulated. Gold and silver is not over the counter. Okay, those are commodity markets out of exchanges that go way back. The Bitcoin was over the counter, and then I think the CMA is trading it now. Come on, Carney. Come on, Draghi. I'll go back to sleep here in a minute. Oh gosh. The world's not coming to an end. Very disappointing. Look at all this drama up here. I think this is what blows people's brains out on the 30-minute chart. They're like, well, how would I make money from all this chaos here? And that is a really good question. Look at this clusterfuck. Wow. How do you explain that? There's manipulation there, son. Wow. If you got a trade plan for that, which I do in a sense, I mean, mine is just lay buy limits, lay sell limits. I think the robot that trades that is, or that scheme works great there. We call that, I would probably, it's trading back and forth. People are exchanging there. Look at this drift up. We have a lot of space above us here. I don't know if this Draghi speech. This is the British pound. Don't forget this is the whole Brexit drama here. And look at the 4-hour chart. It's like almost like wow. Oof. Now this is where you have to make long-term plans. Like, yeah, I'm going to buy here. I'm hoping that they start cutting into this, or I'm going to sell here, and I hope they start hunting this and just coming down and taking all the bull stops out. And I'll write it down, and that's how I'm going to make money on that. But these are just crude trade plans. I have no algo. I have no moving average. All I have is this big black line is 100 pips. I know that what it's going to cost me. If I buy here with a stop down there, it's going to cost me $12. I really think that it would have been better. Of course, I'm approaching everything backwards. I'm coming in at the risk level of dollar per trade. I'm not looking at any indicators. I'm not saying I back tested this. It works really good. I'm just coming in and saying, would you risk $2 for this one idea? Would you risk $10 in this one idea? Would you? And that's just too crude and too unsophisticated. In such a sophisticated world, and we're so smart. And don't forget I back tested this shit. Yeah, psychologically, it's just stepping out there with even a 10K ticket, and you're like, oh, I better find a good place to get in. I mean, I used to trade 5Ks. I'm up to 10Ks now, so I have to even be better at picking my entry. There is no optimal trade entry. Oh, they're stopping me out. They're filling my limits a little bit too here. I'm down $600. Draghi must be speaking. They're driving the market down. Okay, now I'm just going to get in. Keep my margin at 700. I'm put 25 pip stops to make 25. Maybe there's more news at 10 o'clock. We go Forex Factory. Forex Factory. This is a simple view of the news that's coming out. 10 a.m. Revised consumer sentiment. That's it. Okay, so durable goods came out at 8:30. We got a nice move off of that. So what is this math? And this is actually making us money. These numbers, do they? Durable goods expected to be forecast at 2%, and it's at 5%. personal spending is down compared to what they forecast. The price index is up 1%. Durable goods orders is up. Oh, you got FOMC guys speaking too. Personal income steady as forecast, and we have the consumer sentiment out of Ann Arbor. And what else? That's it. Oh, isn't that cute? I just see they pulled Draghi's speech out. Unless I was looking at yesterday's. I don't see Draghi's speech, so apparently they bailed on that. Unless I had the wrong day. Shit. Oh, see, they talked yesterday. There you go. See, I fucked that up. So Thursday, Draghi spoke, and I just, who knew? So that was all just. That's why I just don't care about the news. I mean, it's just, okay, so I'm buying some more here at the market. I think I want to get into $800 a margin. Well, that was fucking retarded. See, that's another thing. I got to look at that. I got to worry about that. Oh, what is the unemployment? Let's go see what happened yesterday. Since I missed the whole fucking thing. I can't believe nobody on the comments is going, dude, what are you talking about? There's no fucking. I'm sure somebody. Yeah, I'm not good at news. This is the news yesterday. It doesn't seem to react too hard. Maybe that's what all this chop is here. Cardi spoke. And then when Draghi spoke yesterday, what kind of drama did we get out of that? Oh, let's see here. I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart, see if I can find Draghi's speech here. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's what all this shenanigans was about. I can't see my period separated. That's what all this bullshit is about. Volatility. So, I made money just because I had the limits in there. I didn't really. It wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I know the risk. I chose the risk up front. I'm just using the. I'm using the Mark Douglas guidebook, which says you don't have to know where the market's going to make money, and it only takes one person in the world to fuck up your chart. It only takes one tweet or one trader acting on a tweet in the world to destroy your trade plan. So what is the answer to that? How do you get around that? Multiple trade plans. They're not going to ruin all my trade plans. See? And accept the risk up front. Build individual tickets. And you can build your own. There's all the codes there. You can open up the thing and look and go, you know what? I want a tighter stop. And you should be able to tell. If you can't read the code in there and figure out what the stop is and what the take profit is. Like VP says, well, you just double click it and see what happens. And you go, oh, I see what's going on here. As a VP would say, go out and Google it. Go watch all my videos first. No, I wouldn't want to put you through that. I guess I'm not a very good teacher. I'm buying more here. I think we're done selling off. Okay, so we're also waiting for the consumer sentiment, and then it's just kind of over. We're either going to drift up the rest of the day in the euro, or we're just going to go sideways, or we're going to tank. Don't overcomplicate this. The big boys are in there just moving the market around and fucking with you. I can't take it. They're fucking my algorithm up. It's terrible what's going on out there. It's just not fair. I mean, I studied with VP. Can anybody that studied with VP, do they get a T-shirt? I studied with VP. I like VP. If VP had a country accent, I could tolerate it more. But he just sounds like one of these, just boring people. Imagine hanging out with VP. What do you want for lunch? I don't know. Let me check my algorithm. He's probably got some body monitor. My heart rate's not up for that pizza. It's got a little sodium in it. I'm running a moving average on the waitresses. See which one I want to take home. Okay, so we're just waiting it out here. We're only down 700 now. We took a dip to the 5,000 level as I accumulated more in this pullback. We could have cashed out earlier, people say it in videos. Why don't you get out when we're at the top there? Because I'm greedy. No, because I already cashed out, and it's in my plan that I'm just going to scalp around the position. I do have some early targets. So the ones that I just bought at the market, I actually bought some with 12 pip exits. You can see them right here. 11, 12, 13. So these are all the cash outs, these green lines. Heavy cash out area here. If I get the account to 6,200 by here and then get it to like $7,000 by here, I'm okay. I'm not going to chase it now. There was one critic in that thing that got it. And apparently he knows how to, he's traded before, and he said, hey man, you're just really chasing it. You're waiting for confirmation. It's just too late. Confirmation's too late. And I just don't think it's the cutting edge, but it's funny how people, and I think a lot of people just want to work for a big prop firm and just show up with a suit and tie and go, is my coffee ready? I'm paying $1,000 a week for desk fees to sit at some computer. Look at this. And this is another thing. I was, about 20 years ago, I was with these traders in a room, 30 traders. Everybody paid $2,000 a piece for spent 3 days with Van Tharp, and there was a guy there that traded soybeans, and he was in a prop firm. And he's a really nice guy, kind of insecure, kind of shy, and he said, I've had these traders around me saying, like, are you going to put on a trade or what? And he's like, the pressure to trade in this prop house was just insane. He's just like, dude, and he was making money because he's very patient. He waited for the perfect setup. You get in, and the other traders are just like hounding him. And I don't know what that's like. Of course, I think the prop house that VP's talking about is you're sitting at home, you're trading your account, you're not paying a desk fee. I mean, this is also the Sean Lucas approach from Alpari. He's just saying, dude, we're all trading this big thing of money, and he just takes some housewife. No offense against housewives, he's just taking some people off the street and going, here, you want to trade? You want to put a trade on? They put a trade on. They're up, they're down. They manage the trade. They find themselves in a trade. And it's just not, it's just like, well, there you go. I mean, it's not like a complete view of everything. But it's just saying, do you really need to go to like such an extent to back tests and all of this, But I think these are people that are like, oh no, here comes the consumer sentiment. It's 10 o'clock. We just updated the 1 hour chart. Buy at the market here, but I'm already long and I'm up. So I'm up on that wick and I'm not going to buy anymore. But we just completed, it's 10 o'clock. They've manipulated the market up and down. Consumer sentiment's out. Waiting for the big boys to pull the trigger. Waiting for the 5-minute traders to come in. We'll go to the 5-minute chart. A nice scalp there for the scalpers. They bought this unfair value down here. They got this bottom wick and they cashed out at the top, and if they traded really big, they're out. In 5 minutes they made that. That's a different frequency of trading, and that's a different style, and that's a different approach, and you got to have your finger on the trigger, I suppose, there. And because if the limits come down and they fill here and then they rally up, if you didn't cash out of that, then you're accumulating on wicks, and you are going to dump at some point. And we've got to overcome the floor that we fell under here. So when we came underneath here, here's the auction point. When we get under this lonely wick, can they keep it there? Is that the new bottom becoming a top? Is this the bottom becoming a top that's going to make this sell off? I say no. I say this is a trap. We're accumulating. We're going to go up, and we're going to go hunt this down. And we should be here by the end of the day, I hope. That's my target. We've still got a good 6 hours to get there. 7 hours to get to my target. I'm cashing out along the way. I'm peeling these off. If we make it above here, and I guess I'm going to stick to that. If we get to here and it goes sideways and gets all choppy and it's 5 p.m., I'm probably just going to get out. And then I'm coming Sunday morning and start all over again. The nice thing about forex, the one guy said he likes the forex because it gives him hope. Yeah, that's why when you start trading, you go, you know what? I could add to the amount of money I'm making, and I'm going to make money chaotically and randomly, but that's okay because I have other sources of income. Maybe you've got you've got a job that maybe doesn't pay a lot of money or pays a lot of money. You have money that you can risk in the market, but it gives you kind of like this exit point, this retirement feeling, or you have supplemental income, not from the government, from your own risk-taking abilities. And it's risky. I mean, it's gambling. It's risky because the market could plunge down, the market could plunge up if you're short, and it's just not a 7 hours left. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to go back to my eating grapes under an umbrella. Let's see how this plays out. I don't want to bore you to death sitting here watching the chart churn away. That's just too boring. I don't have a chalkboard for any of the no-nonsense guys. No chalkboard here, please.